Week 2 of the NFL season is upon us, and if you are anything like me, you're still reeling from the surprises of Week 1. From unexpected injuries to standout performances, the chaos of the opening week has left many fantasy football managers scrambling. As we dive into the second week, the focus shifts to players who could make or break your lineup. Let's explore 6 key players who could be pivotal for your fantasy success this week. First up is Justin Fields, the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback. Fields' performance in Week 1 was a mixed bag. He completed 17 of 23 passes for 156 yards, adding 14 carries for 57 rushing yards. The real question is whether he can provide the same fantasy magic we saw last year. With the Steelers' run-heavy approach, Fields might not be asked to do much beyond managing the game efficiently. However, against a Denver Broncos defense that struggles against the run, Fields could shine. Look for him to capitalize on his rushing ability, potentially making him a strong play if you are in need of a quarterback who can contribute both on the ground and through the air. Next, we turn our attention to the Los Angeles Chargers running back situation. J.K. Dobbins is a clear top 24 back after a strong Week 1 showing, but his backfield mate, Gus Edwards, presents an interesting case. Edwards had a disappointing performance with just 26 yards on 11 carries, but the Panthers' porous defense offers a glimmer of hope. Carolina allowed a whopping 32.20 fantasy points to running backs in Week 1, making Edwards a potential sleeper who could see significant volume and offer a solid return on investment this week. On the other hand, the Denver Broncos' Javonte Williams is facing a challenging situation. With less than 12 fantasy points combined from the Broncos running backs in Week 1, Williams struggled to make an impact. The Broncos' offense is struggling, and this week's matchup against the Steelers could be another tough outing for Williams. Pittsburgh's strong defensive play might limit Williams' opportunities, making him a risky start. Looking at the receiving corps, Justin Herbert and rookie Ladd McConkey of the Los Angeles Chargers are worth noting. Herbert's performance was decent in Week 1, and McConkey showed promise with a touchdown and solid targets. Against the Panthers, who have struggled defensively, both Herbert and McConkey could deliver valuable fantasy points. Herbert's efficiency and McConkey's potential as a reliable target make them intriguing options for Week 2. Finally, Christian Kirk of the Jacksonville Jaguars had a lackluster Week 1, but it's important not to write him off just yet. With Trevor Lawrence struggling to connect in Week 1, Kirk's opportunities were limited. This week's matchup against the Browns might not be ideal, but Kirk could rebound if Lawrence finds his rhythm. Keep an eye on this situation and consider Kirk if you are in need of a flex play with upside. Navigating Week 2 can be tricky, but focusing on these key players and their matchups can help you make informed decisions and potentially set you up for fantasy success. Whether you are looking for a quarterback with rushing upside, a running back in a favorable matchup, or a receiver poised for a bounce-back game, these players could be the key to securing a win in your fantasy league. Stay subscribed for more videos.